What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we got Devstream bingo for the final Devstream of 2025. This one's going to be a big one, and it'll be talking about the old piece update, which will be launching in, hopefully, early December. We have the predictions video today for a little bit of fun as we wait for the Devstream, which will be about 24 hours from when this video is being recorded and uploaded. So hope you guys have a fun time with this one, just like I had fun making it on stream. Speaking of which, if you haven't checked out the live stream yet, make sure you do. We'll be live streaming and reacting to the new dev stream at 2 p.m. ET on the 28th when it comes out on Twitch. And yeah, also appreciate the support in recent videos and streams, guys. All right, so let's hop right into the predictions video, have a little bit of fun here. There are some squares on this bingo card that you cannot hit all of them. I've made it that way this time. There's 3 different release dates because we will be in the actual release date for the old piece tomorrow. So let's hop right into the bingo card and see what we can grab. Got some background footage of some Void Cascade with the upcoming Garuda video I've been working on. Okay, so first things first, the next Heirloom skin shown in-game is the first square. Now, DE did tell us, or at least it seems like, Volon will be the next Heirloom skin, and it will be coming out in 2026, but we have not seen in-game, only seen concept art of it. So yeah, I would love for that to be shown in-game. Now, the next deluxe skin will be Varuna, but yeah, we're talking an Heirloom skin right now, like Rhino Heirloom, Ember Heirloom, Valkyrie Heirloom, etc., etc. So yeah, Volon's not super popular though, so I wonder if Volon's gonna get any buffs or rework kind of stuff before his Heirloom comes out, because it was a little bit random to me. I'm like, okay, people aren't gonna be buying the Volon skin as much as like Rhino and Valkyrie. All right, hopping on to the next square here. This will be about Uriel, the new frame. So Uriel is going to be is the devil frame. We've seen one ability from him and his passive. His passive is he has 3 little minions that fly around and do stuff. And his first ability is he turns into a smoke cloud that can like fly around. And then he also has a hellfire aura once he leaves the smoke cloud. Now, if you looked at the original concept art for Uriel was going to have it looked like a fire trident ability when he was first shown. I don't think that they're going to actually go down that route with Uriel, but we have only seen one ability. So we have 3 abilities we're missing still, so that this square right here is Uriel does not have an Exalted. I'm going off the original concept art where he had an Exalted trident. We're going to have 2 squares here. Uriel does not have an Exalted, and Uriel does have an Exalted. I feel like if he had an Exalted where he had a trident that does more damage the more fire procs enemies have or something like that, that could be cool because these enemies will have fire procs on them if you're playing as Uriel. No Helmet Off is 1. So, yeah, I think it could be pretty good. Like, maybe he can fly around, throw a trident at the ground, explode it. We'll see, though. Next, Rift Guard replacement shown. What that means is that basically, TennoCon 2025 had a really nice Rift Guard Cyandana. It was pretty expensive though. It was like, the TennoCon digital ticket was like $20 or whatever, and that was basically for a Cyandana for some people. So DE has stated, just like the Backpack from 2024 TennoCon, they'll be making a replacement for this TennoCon Cyandana, and it will be a lot cheaper. It'll probably be like 1 Regal Aya, I guess, or something relatively cheap compared to the TennoCon digital ticket price for just a Cyandana. So yeah, if we see that, that would be cool. It is one of the cooler Cyandanas in the game. It can transform between like Void touched version and just normal version. So yeah, if you see that one, go ahead and fill in that square. Next, any nerf. So we have gotten some relatively major nerfs in Warframe 2025, but I also don't know if they're done yet. I'm not trying to jinx it, but I'm just saying, if they say like melee influence is being toned down, or like Zaku is becoming less OP, or something like that, then you can fill in that square. I'm hoping that we don't have to fill in that square. But yeah, we got Slim Attack nerfs this year. We got, what else we get? We got other, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we got a bunch of other stuff nerfed this year too. But yeah, if they say anything involving a nerf, go ahead and fill in that square. Next, new combined elemental mod. So this is a little bit hard to read it and understand it, but basically in the Whispers in the Wall quest, we got the combined radiation mod, and in the 1999 quest, we got the combined magnetic mod. So it's basically magnetic damage built in. It does not combine. So I'm thinking we're going to get another one of those with the old piece. So what will it be? Gas damage, blast damage, viral damage, or corrosive damage. As far as which one is the most OP out of that bunch, I'd say probably the gas one will be the least OP. So maybe we'll get that one first. But that being said, I think the gas one could still be pretty strong. If you look at some of the Vesper 77 augment having non-combining blast, it can be pretty powerful. So yeah, we'll see about that one. I think it would all the remaining elements that are not already mods would become pretty strong, like a built-in blast mod or viral or whatever. Next, Harrow buff. So as far as the new proto frames we're getting Proto Wisp, Proto-Uriel, and Proto-Harrow. Now, Wisp is definitely a big, a pretty popular frame, I'd say. But Harrow is not the most popular, and he's getting his Proto skin. So, and if you ever played Harrow, he's got a lot of button presses for what you're doing, and he has lots of abilities that are like keeping track of this, keeping track of that. So yeah, Harrow is not exactly the most played frame. I think that Harrow could use some buffs to make him a little more quality of life friendly, so it's not like, okay, make sure you got that ability active, drain your shield for that, channel your energy for the third ability, don't double tap the third ability, you lose all the stuff you stacked up. Cast your fourth, make sure that it's in the form that you need, make sure you're not in an invincibility form when you're trying to do crits, or blah, 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 blah. Chain enemies up, make sure your teammates don't kill them too quick, or you're not getting any shields from that. He has a lot of problems, or not problems, a lot of things you have to work around. I think that he could definitely use a couple little quality of life buffs. Like make it where his teammates get some of the buffs that they're not getting yet. Make it where maybe enemies affected by the chains give you energy back if you shoot them or something like that. I don't know. Something that would make him less annoying to play and would make the Proto skin a little more popular. But either way, if they don't buff, I don't really care because I still like Harrow, but I just think he's a little bit annoying to play. Next, Kuva Stug / any new Lich. Now, I know it was a joke, but Rebecca said if you care about the Kuva Stug, watch TennoCon 2025. We did not get anything about the Kuva Stug at TennoCon 2025, and they also were showing Spooky Barrow having a Stug blueprint in his inventory. He never brought a Stug blueprint, so yeah. Are we ever going to Kuva Stug? I don't think we're going to get Stug in card now, but yeah, Kuva Stug would be kind of cool. But yeah, any new Lich weapon would be nice to see. But keep in mind, that's probably not happening. But yeah, we haven't gotten any new Coda weapons since the Infested Liches came out in April. So maybe a new Coda drop could be cool, like Coda Babonico. I don't know, just pick something good. But yeah, either way, if you get anything involving new Lich weapons of any faction, Corpus, Kuva, like Grenier, or Infested, you could fill in that square. I doubt we'll be getting Sentient Liches in this update, but maybe in 2026. Next, Perita Rebellion equals the Theory Experience. So this is going to be for people that are paying attention a lot to these social media posts and stuff from DE. Basically, the new update's going to have two game modes. It's going to have Descendia, which is basically the new weekly circuit kind of thing, and it's going to have Perita Rebellion. Now, they have not shown what Perita Rebellion is, but as far as I can tell, it is going to look like it's going to be basically the Theory Experience. So it will be a bounty type structure thing with a boss fight at the end, and it's going to be very, very similar to the Veer experience. Like, okay, do this bounty step, do that bounty step. Final bounty step is to fight the boss. You're going to probably fight the boss. That was the sentient spider thing from TennoCon over and over again. I hope that there's more than just one boss fight, but yeah, it's looking like that might be it. Now, if my speculation is correct, they're going to show this on stream on tomorrow. You can fill in that square. But basically, yeah, it's looking very, very similar to the Veer, where we got lone story kind of stuff, and we got the circuit only on the left. I doubt Descendia will be in Perita Rebellion as well, but yeah, I think it will be very, very similar to the just the standalone experience of just basically bounty into a boss fight. All right, moving on. New Dojo stuff. So we're getting an entire new tile set and things along those lines. We probably won't get it right away, but there's plenty of things they could do for the dojo. So maybe a new dojo room to build Uriel, maybe a new dojo weapon lab tech thing to build Uriel's weapon. Who knows what it'll be, but if anything involving the dojo is mentioned or shown, you can go ahead and fill in that square. All right, moving on to this one. New Archon, or new system, Archon Shards 3.0. So as far as the new loot we're getting in the old piece update, we're getting the new frame Uriel, we're getting focus ultimates, which are called Tauron strikes. And beyond that, we don't know a whole lot else we're getting as far as new combat-related, build crafting items. So I'm hoping we get something else, basically, new Archon shards, recipe Archon shards. So you need 3 purple shards and you need 2 green shards to build this one. It's a super shard, that kind of thing. Now, that's something I really would like because it makes, having excess shards actually have a purpose, and it also gives further build craft. Maybe these, purple and green shards could be, viral proc related or something crazy strong like that. But yeah, if we get anything like that, any new loot system we were not aware of until this dev stream, you can go ahead and fill in that square. Next, Uriel OP. You might as well just fill in that square right now because DE is actually designing Uriel to be OP on purpose. But yeah, maybe they're going to hold back a little bit here. This is basically just a free square. Uriel will be very, very strong. Just from hearing from his initial abilities, it sounds like one of the strongest frames of the year, for sure. So, yeah, might as well just make that a free square. But yeah, Uriel OP is going to be one of those squares. Next, new Omni Fissures. We have not really gotten many new Fissures this year. I don't think we've actually got any new Fissures this year for Warframe. And as far as what we are looking for, we did have a player poll at the beginning of the year, or actually maybe like midway through the year, we voted on which mission would you like to be a new Omni Fissure. Now, the community did vote on Apollo on Lua, but Apollo on Lua would just be too good for a Fissure, so I'm wondering what they're going to actually give us instead. So, yeah, they did talk about 1999 Fissures potentially earlier in the year, and they also gave us a poll saying which Omni Fissure we like. So, yeah, we need some new Fissures in this game, DE. The Void Casket only has one node, an Omni Disruption would be great, but yeah, we just need to see those and be like, hey, that's the mission we're getting, because right now we just have the same Fissures we have for like the last year. But yeah, it would be cool if they added them, and then also 1999 Fissures as another square right next to this one as well. You get the free square in the middle. This middle row is pretty easy. Besides the first of our release date squares, December 3rd release announced. I did state DE has not given us a release date until tomorrow, and they usually release these big updates on Wednesdays, and it will be in December, so we got 3 potential release dates. Now, my current prediction is December 10th. And if you want to go really, really deep in like the prediction stuff, they put out a tweet yesterday saying 2 week not 2 week. They said last chance for getting Caliban Prime access, and they always give at least a 2 week warning on those tweets. So if you look 2 weeks ago from yesterday is December 10th. So I am going to go ahead and say, with a lot of information on my side, that December 10th is looking like the release date of the old piece update. But yeah, it could still be technically the week after. So we got December 3rd release date as the first of these release date options here. The 3 options are basically December 3rd, the first Wednesday of December, December 10th, the second Wednesday of December, which is the day before the Game Awards as well, which would be a great day to release it, or December 17th, the third, technically the third Wednesday of December, and a week before the holidays that DE usually goes on vacation for a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm thinking December 10th, guys. But yeah, if it's December 3rd, you go ahead and fill in that square. Next, Vazarin's ulti looks bad. Now, I know this is kind of probably sounding really cynical because we haven't even seen it, but you gotta think about it. What does Vazarin Focus Tree do in Warframe? It's the healing tree. What is the ultimate ability of a healer gonna be? Bring you back from the dead? We're not dead a lot of the time in Warframe. Gonna heal you? You can heal people without having to use an ultimate ability for it. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna make the Vazarin ultimate good, but the Onairu ultimate was basically you slam a hammer down onto the ground and it gives like ammo, universal ammo drops and universal orb drops. That sounds pretty good. So that could have been kind of cool if Vazarin got that. But we'll see. Vazarin's a focused healing, healing focus tree. I finally said it. Focused healing tree, and we'll see what the ultimate is. Because as of right now, we have a giant like laser sword, a gigantic hammer that gives ammo, and that's all we have. We're gonna see the other three of them tomorrow. I'm just hoping that the Vazarin will be worth using actually. Next, Uriel has an exalted. This is the same row as Uriel does not have an exalted. We'll see about that one. But yeah. Maybe he'll have an Exalted and not have one. You never know. But I hope he does have an Exalted because that'd be kind of cool. But a lot of people don't like Exalteds. They just want to, I guess, just have, Nourish on there and just chill. But yeah, I would be down for either of those. But yeah, Uriel is looking really, really good. Next, December 17th release date. I think that's probably one of the least likely of these three, between the 17th, the 10th, and the 3rd, because it's so close to the holiday season that DE always takes off every year. But hey, who knows? Maybe it will be glitch-free and they'll have to actually stick around for the week. Next one here, Resurgence event. Now, this one I think is basically guaranteed as well. And if you haven't played, if you're maybe new player to Warframe, the Resurgence event is basically they're gonna have Prime Resurgence is like okay, right now we have like Wisp and Hildren. The Resurgence event makes it where we get a bunch of Prime frames Resurgence at the same time. I think last time it was 8 Prime frames at the same time. So frames haven't been involted for a bit, maybe Oberon or whoever. I'm not paying attention to who was getting vaulted constantly, but. Loki, Oberon, those frames you don't have, they might be in this, and they have 2 rotations of it too. So it'll be 8 frames and 8 frames again, 8 different frames for both of them. So it'll be a ton of good choices for Aya, good choices for buying relics too. So we'll see about that. They usually do it at the end of the year. That'll be a great thing to announce. Next, the new rework announced. Now, they said there's no reworks in the old piece update, although I do think that they should maybe give Harrow a little bit of a buff. But yeah, as far as the 2026 first rework, who do you think it will be? They said no rework for Limbo for a while, but they also I think they meant that as in it's not happening in 2026. Or sorry, it's not happening in 2025, and 2025 is almost over. So yeah, let me know what you guys think will be the next rework for Warframes. As far as the community, what they're thinking, I think a lot of people have been saying they think it's going to be, Banshee, Loki, Limbo, and I'm probably forgetting about another one that has not the best abilities as well. But yeah, we'll see about that one. It would be cool if they announced, or at least give a tease of who's going to rework next. Be pretty exciting. All right, last row here. New Incarnons. Now, we've seen the new Descendia weekly game mode, but they have not shown us the reason to actually grind it for loot. All we've seen is that it has Steel Essence on it, and Steel Essence is not enough for most players. Also, new Incarnons, it's been a bit, so if we get some new Incarnons on the Steel Path Descendia, I think a lot of people would be pretty happy about that. And as far as which weapons would be Incarnon, I'm hoping for weapons that are Prime and don't have an Incarnon. So we're talking like the Tigress Prime Incarnon. We're talking the Axe Stiletto Incarnon, the Axe Jagara Incarnon. You know, the Dual Carries Incarnon. Who knows? But I would take any of them. As long as they're Prime weapons that don't have Incarnons already, that would be a great one to fill in. Additionally, for some extra new loot, new Arcanes. We have not gotten new Arcanes in Warframe since April of this year for the Tech Rot Encore update. And usually we get like I'd say we get new Arcane drops multiple times a year. It's only been once this year. Please give us some good new Arcanes that are interesting. How about one involving slash procs, so I don't have to use melee influence on the glaive. Last three here, 2026 tease. This could actually be pretty easy to fill in for all of these, but basically if they tease anything involving 2026, like this won't, the thing we're talking about won't be in this update, but it'll be the next update in 2026, the Tau update. You can fill in that square. December 10th release date. That is my currently predicted release date for this update. Like, I feel like that's pretty sound, honestly. And again, it's the day before the Game Awards, too, so they have a great promo thing. Like, we have just released the new Warframe update yesterday, and then also Soulframe, blah, blah, blah. They could totally do that at the Game Awards, and I would not be surprised at all. And the last square, any mention of Railjack/Archwing. So that's going to be the entire Devstream bingo. Archwing and Railjack probably aren't going to be in this update, but yeah, it is a big part of the game that is not really talked about that much, so we'll see about that. So, guys, that's basically it for the video. Hope you found it fun, helpful. I'll see you on... Actually, I'll probably see you before the Devstream tomorrow. I'm going to do a borrow video in the morning. Probably not going to be an amazing borrow, but we'll see. And then I will see you on stream for the Devstream live reaction. And then on this channel, probably an hour after that with the Devstream overview video. So, yeah, expect a lot of content from me over the weekend. Oh, yeah, I'm going to probably do my top 10 non-Incarnon secondaries list on Saturday, too. So, yeah, a ton of content coming on this channel. Hope you guys have been having a great time watching the videos. I'm having a great time making the videos. And, yeah, new Garuda video probably next week, too. If we have the update coming on December 10th, honestly, I gotta get some of these videos out before the new update comes out. We have a ton of stuff to make videos on instead. So, yeah, see you guys next time. Appreciate all the support, and have a great start to your weekend. Peace.